From the ashes to school the masses. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Scholars of Wrestling Show, episode 202, I believe?
202.
202. I'm your man behind the microphone, Scholar Jeff. To my right is Scholar Tarek. What's up, sir?
Well, hello, champ.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
You're the champion, aren't you?
I'm sorry, what am I?
You are the reigning, defending, undisputed heavyweight champion of the Scholars of Wrestling.
I am, aren't I?
You damn right you are, and you start acting like it.
Hey, you know what? Some of us are just more humble than the rest. I am just a humble champion who just happened to school you and Scholar Brian at the biggest show of the year. I mean, come on. What kind of guy do you take me for, really?
A fluke champion. That's right, I said it. A fluke champion. And this prediction show confirmed it.
Just one prediction?
Again.
Just one prediction.
I said it right now. Cherish it. Cherish your time with that title.
Oh, I surely shall.
Oh.
I'll sleep with it right next to me in my bed. It's glorious. It's wonderful. You miss it, don't you? Just admit.
You have no idea how much I miss it.
You know,
I miss sleeping with it.
You know what? I do actually. No, wait, I don't, because I actually still have the belt.
Oh. You know what? I'm gonna let you have that.
Yes, you can't really take it away from me, but you know what? It's okay.
I can take a lot away from you. Eventually is a long time, bub. But not as long as you think. I'm sorry. I'm
we
going
could
with
keep
this.
thrashing each other. But in the meantime, speaking of big time wrestling shows, we literally just got out of a really big one this week. As of the time of this recording, we just finished watching the Greatest Royal Rumble from Saudi Arabia. And
I must say, from what I've been reading online of people's reaction, this is a very mixed show, and it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to question why. It's, I guess, just because me personally, I'm on the side that really liked this show.
Yeah, definitely, I am too. There was so much to like. This really was like one of WWE's big two or big three shows, and it really does show. So, again, why don't we just break right into it? This is a result of the Greatest Royal Rumble, live from Saudi Arabia, or at least it was at the time. Now, first match in the card, we got opening the show, John Cena defeating Triple H. This one surprised me, although
How so?
I didn't expect to see it first on the card, for one.
They explained why that Cena and Triple H want to be the starting point.
Oh yeah,
of the new beginning in Saudi Arabia.
The logic makes sense. It's just something I didn't expect to hear.
And it was a very good match, very traditional.
Yeah,
because they don't really need to be characters. They're John Cena and they're Triple H. Their names speak for themselves. They don't have to have any build or story to this. They just need to wrestle each other, and that's what they did. And it actually was a very good match.
Yeah, it's classic American professional wrestling, which I think is really what they wanted to introduce to Saudi Arabia, at least in a big time show like this. For a lot of people who may have just in Saudi Arabia who might have been just checking out American professional wrestling for the first time.
And they both had their good story going into this match. It's not just, yes, it was a random match thrown together, understandably so, but they did have story added to it. The fact that both these guys had big losses at WrestleMania, is trying to regain momentum. Mm-hmm. It's understandable.
Yeah, and again, even if they had no build at all, just the fact that it's John Cena versus Triple H
exactly
on a pay-per-view, that's all the draw that you really need.
Mm-hmm. And there were no any real highlights. It was just them doing their normal stuff. What was it, like a good 12-minute match?
Something like that, I imagine.
And it definitely left a good mark. I liked it. It was a good start to get the show going.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Now we're on to the next match for the Cruiserweight Championship. We had Cedric Alexander defeat Kalisto. Is it just me, or was this match considerably better than you expected?
It was better than we expected. It's actually, from what I've been hearing on them actually focusing on what makes the cruiserweight matches flourish, this match actually showed it perfectly. You have up-and-comer Cedric Alexander, who's the champion, and you have, granted, not a full-on established, but he did enough, United States champion, so on and so forth. They were established names. One up-and-coming, one established. That's all they needed, and it was another reason why 205 Live is slowly getting better, because it was a very great match. They worked to their strengths on this one. I think it's also a good morale, considering there was no pre-show. They didn't just get thrown off like, just the appetizer, as we always like to call it. This is taken seriously. It is an established Cruiserweight Championship, and that's the one thing I liked about the entire show, is that the title matches were a big deal.
Oh, yeah, they were.
And they were broadcasted as a big deal.
Yeah, I'm still kind of, now that you mention that, I am a little curious to hear what it sounded like coming from the Saudi Arabian announcers. See what their take is on it,
or
at least their enthusiasm on. We'll just see how they do it.
That actually would be interesting to check out.
I'm sure someone on the internet will pass them along, or maybe. Wait, on the WWE Network, can you just switch over to the Saudi Arabian feed?
Yeah,
you can do that. I don't know why I keep forgetting about that. But anyway, this match definitely delivered, and it's more steps towards making me really appreciate what 205 Live has to offer even more. But now,
like I said, work to their strengths.
Oh yeah,
and it's doing wonders right now.
Yes, but now we must take a little bit of time to appreciate one of the matches that really we take very, very seriously around here, and that we're personally looking forward to very much, because the Broken Kings have come to their throne. Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy defeated The Bar to become the new Raw Tag Team Champions. I'll freely admit, Tarek, you called it before any of us.
Called it at Royal Rumble, and another thing, which is the Bludgeon Brothers being SmackDown Tag Team Champions. But we'll talk about them. We'll talk about them later. I'm just talking about the fact that they won it at WrestleMania. We have a lot of stuff. We haven't recorded in a while. We have a lot of stuff to catch up on.
Oh yeah.
One thing I liked about this is the fact that they compared the teams. They both pretty much started the exact same way, both starting off as rivals, and now both becoming tag team champions in their right.
True enough.
And now I'm going to go back. Now I'm going to go to your episode last week.
What?
I was just thinking. You want
what is on your mind?
I have a lot on my mind going on last week.
Do tell.
Did you even watch the Superstar Shakeup?
The what?
The Superstar Shakeup episodes of Raw and SmackDown.
What's a Superstar Shakeup?
Oh, stop it! But man, with what you said, with thinking that this feud's gonna go last for a while, man, I'm like, Jeff.
Did I say that?
Yeah, yeah, you did. As much as an interesting feud that they would have for a while, I'm just like, no, I don't want Sheamus. It's like, don't you remember? They got traded to SmackDown. They can do their own thing there.
No, I completely forgot they got traded to SmackDown until someone, I think it was actually on Busted Open on Sirius XM, the wrestling show, Channel 93, which is awesome, by the way.
Cheap plug.
Yeah, please. I wish they were paying me for that. But really, that was where I actually got reminded, like, oh yeah, they got traded to SmackDown. Oops.
Way to go.
Ignorant.
Champ.
Hey, I'm still holding this belt. You haven't taken it from me yet. No one has. I'm hanging on to this bad boy, so mock all you want.
Oh, I'm going to mock all I want, because that's what you and Brian did throughout all the time as champions. So now it's my turn to fit into that shoes and just go, gee, how does it feel, champ?
Only because a certain someone began their trash-talking rampage of
championshipness.
Absurd of champion. Yes, that's not even a real word, and let's just go with that. But again, it comes with the territory. But you know what? I don't even care because I love the fact that Bray Wyatt and Broken Matt Hardy are the tag team champions.
As am I. I couldn't be any more happier. Matt Hardy is Bray Wyatt's savior right now. Because we've made it clear on this show we love Bray Wyatt. We love the Wyatt family. Bray needed this. We've been saying it for a long time. Even people who are well known in the wrestling community have been saying Bray Wyatt needed something fresh. They needed, and the perfect choice was him to turn face. And what better way for him to turn face is first having a feud with Matt Hardy, and because they're so alike, of course they blended in. So that's why I made the prediction that they were going to be tag team champions, a tag team and tag team champions.
And you were completely right.
Because I love story. And which, even more to the story, I kind of am throwing like a little fantasy booking right now. I've made it perfectly clear on this show, whenever you and Brian, or even some of our guests, talk about the possibility of having a physical entity being Sister Abigail, I think now would actually be a fun time to actually start introducing that as sort of a redemption story arc for Bray Wyatt.
I think it would depend entirely on how they do it.
Oh, of course.
If they don't have the right person for it, then it could easily blow up in their face. Unless they get the right person, like, I've been checking out a lot of Su Yung matches. Like, I don't know, like, if they got someone like her, or even like Rosemary, someone like that, to really do it effectively, then maybe it would be awesome. But otherwise, leave Sister Abigail purely in the past, reference, metaphors, whatever. I'm just
basically sending it as a go away, like ending the Sister Abigail story. And like the whole story, more fantasy booking is she shows up, and have it be a nice little way to insert a little fun feud with Bray Wyatt versus the Bludgeon Brothers, former Wyatt family members, former followers of Sister Abigail. And of course, Bray in the end, Bray saves them as well, because yes, Luke Harper, using his past as a guy who broke off from the Wyatt family because he knows of all the bullshit that Bray Wyatt was doing. It's just like, save us, Woken Universe. And then eventually having also it all ends with Sister Abigail managing Sanity. And then Bray Wyatt versus Bray Wyatt and the Bludgeon Brothers to end Sister Abigail once and for all. That's just fantasy booking.
Coming soon to comic book shelves near you.
Wouldn't that be fun, though? Good storytelling.
Oh, absolutely. It's just a matter of when and if they'll pull it off.
Oh, this would be like long down the road. I mean, this is Bray Wyatt getting his feet back. Which, yay. Yay for Uncle Bray.
Yay for Uncle Bray, and hey, I'm just enjoying the ride for as long as it lasts.
Me too. Come on, you showed up at my apartment, and I'm just going, wonderful out the window.
I spotted that. I'm like, okay, I guess he liked the match.
I did.
So we're moving from one Hardy to another. Next up, we've got Jeff Hardy defeating Jinder Mahal to retain the U.S. Championship.
Man, this wasn't a great match.
Yes, something about this match just seemed like Jeff Hardy was missing something here. I'm not quite sure what.
A good opponent.
No. You know what? I'll tell you what. I genuinely want to like Jinder Mahal, but again, he's
a good character. He just needs to work on some of his wrestling. People have been tending to slow down with him. Randy Orton. It's like people who we know can have great matches. Randy Orton has a good 2-month feud